Hey guys, how's it going? Azoh here. Welcome back to Unranked Master. This will be episode number 4. We're playing ZED versus Catarina. This is of course the series where I review my games on my Unranked account where I try to get the Masters in as few games as possible. I stream all these games on Twitch, and if you're not following, well, just hop over there and follow. You can see when I go live. So as I said, today we're playing as ZED versus Catarina. And I've skipped a lot of games. As you can see, I don't actually go through all of the games that I play, even though some of them are complete stomps or just, well, essentially some really cool plays. I don't think all of them showcase things that are interesting to look at from an educational standpoint. I think many of them from an entertaining standpoint are pretty good. And I'm considering doing them just for entertainment purposes, but I actually have gotten so many comments from people saying this is so educational and helpful that I wanted to look at something that ZED does extremely well. Because there's kind of a paradox to what I've been talking about before, where I say ZED is weak in level 1, 2, 3, except in some melee matchups. Particularly the Catarina matchup is a matchup ZED wins very, very... he wins very, very confidently if you do it right. There's obviously, in pretty much any ZED lane, you can still lose. In pretty much any lane, you can still lose if you play wrong. That's a bad farming, by the way. But in this matchup, if you just abuse her... since she's not using any resources, you need to abuse her cooldowns. So I think it's actually a good matchup to practice around cooldowns, particularly just doing things like this. Now, I know her Q is already on cooldown from what she did, but from what she does here. So she wants to get this minion with melee. So I get mine just back and forth. I know these two together are going to kill this. This is going to die, so this is going to kill this. So she's going to want to walk forward. And at that point, she's already charging up her auto attack animation. So walk forward. And when I get into range, I use Q, interrupt the Q animation for an auto attack, and get the fadeaway auto attack. This is how you bounce back and forth with the damage. And here, I just know that she has to run the entire way. Well, she doesn't. She doesn't have anything. She's just walked out of position. So let's look at that again. Here, of course, the Q into auto attack when she's in range. Some immense amount of damage because she's doing boots plus 3 potions. And here, she's completely out of position. I know she's going for this minion. So if I just start working this way, I can easily tank the minion damage to get her to below 50% HP to get my passive. And then also my Thunderlords, as I do here. Q, auto attack, passive Thunderlords, and she has to flash. And here, lane is kind of sealed. Of course, it's not over, but I can really, really, really zone out. Until she gets level 2 when she has a free jump, which is instant, and to minions or... to any minions, mine or hers, or wards or champions. So it gets a little bit more tricky to play around it then. But either way, she's going to have issues farming under turret because it's Katarina, and Katarina doesn't do too well on that. I think Katarina's kind of in a bad spot right now. She's always been an interesting champion when it comes to snowballing, because she's always been a stomp champion. She's most well known, like the champion that has highest amount of pentakills per games played with her, because she's just that kind of pentakill champion. And since ZED has been nerfed here, this is after the patch where ZED got nerfed. I'm not sure, that was really awkward play by the way. I'm getting really greedy here because I really want to get my passive. So I do some misplays here because of greed. But this is after the patch where ZED got his W nerfed. And thus, I'm not sure if WE to get a minion is that worth, unless you know you're not going to have any use for it. I still wouldn't say it's never the case. I just, in general, I don't think you should do it too much. Because usually you can use it on a champion or to get like more than just a ranged minion. Here, of course, she's walking way too close, and that is because there was a jungler there, but I have W up, so I just get a fadeaway Q. It's something a lot of people should be doing more, getting the fadeaway Qs when you're running away from a gank with your W, because people don't expect you to also counterattack while you're escaping. So even if it's through a minion, so it's weaker, and even if it's level 1, the extra damage just doesn't hurt. Might as well do it. And she's catching up a little bit in CS and in presence. She's completely out of potions. Here, I wait too long with this, but I get the Thunderlords and passive. And I don't think I should jump back. Oh, that was a mistake on her part. That was a big mistake. I don't think I should have jumped back when she was up here. But because I was so sure she was jumping away. I didn't see any point in chasing more. I just wanted to get out of the enemy minions' range. So that was the only reason why I jumped back. But apparently she still thought she could kill me because she had Ignite. Didn't really work out. And here, Nocturne is giving me free CS. I'm not really sure why. He's also pushing out really hard versus a ZED who's like 70% HP. So I get Thunderlords on him, and then he flashed before the knockup, so this is just death. I really think I could have taken that kill. It would have been probably better, because he already had buffs, and if I got buffs and another kill, well, pretty much the lane was completely over. Oh, come on. That's... okay, if there's any jungler who watches me, don't do that, man. Don't do that. I was so salty on stream about that, holy moly. Okay, so we end up picking a Dirk and a longsword, and since he took my minions, we don't get a potion. Thank you for that. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna harp on that. The reason why I go Dirk instead of Hex Drinker is because I don't need it, and because she's going boots, cloth armor, she has no damage. So there's really no need for me to go Hex Drinker first item. I'd rather go Yoma's to counteract some of the W cooldown that's come up right now. And here, just auto attack until she jumps, but she, unfortunately for her, doesn't get jump until, well, enough minions have died where I get my level 6. So that's a free kill. The lane is very, very over. And the entire snowballing this came for, the entire advantage I got here was because of a level 1 just shoving and getting the 7th minion, and even before then, just moving where she moves and moving in front of her path and just auto-attacking, because I know that I win the auto-attack trades. Not only because she had boots, but also because I had a longsword, I had 80 wounds, I had armor penetration, she's running AP, and her level 1 is really weak in comparison. Just using those small advantages can give you so much. Here is not a very good situation. I wanted to go in, but the entire queue here was just to scare them off, because I really didn't want to go in again with Nocturne having fear and everything. I believe this is a big misplay as well, because I walk out of this vision, and unfortunately she hits level 6 here. And just Katarina, as I said, there's no risk, because I didn't even have to pick up Hex Drinker. I wanted to bait her here. Actually, she doesn't pick up 6. I just deal a hell of a lot of damage to her, and she uses her Ignite, and then, well, out of nowhere, Nocturne ultimate, death. I should have seen it coming, because it wasn't really out of nowhere. It was, well, I know he was on the around bot side, and since I walked over their vision, and she probably just stalled until he got there, well, it was my bad. Of course it was my bad. What else? So I'm losing a little bit of minions right now. I'm still going for Yoma's first item, because, as I said, I want the cooldown reduction, and I think I don't need the, magic resistance. She's just not that strong. And also because I want the 20%, 20 flat armor penetration, which is huge for snowballing, so she's getting pushed back towards mid lane. She can't really do much. I am just going to shove out. That was a bad last hit. And just pick up the minion after minion. See if we can do a dive. We should be able to. What I want to do here is I want to force her E first, because I know she has flash up again. So I want to do some kind of force. This is why I'm walking so close to her and trying to force her to jump first, because I know I can 100-0 her. There, she jumps, so I immediately go in. And she did a really good job there, actually. That was a really, really nice flash. But as I said on stream, it doesn't matter, because she's already dead. At this point, she's already dead, so... She did play it really well, though. But the reason, as you saw, I waited until immediately when she used her jump, I immediately went in. And when she's standing still, again, this was really good flash. When she was standing still, I just set it up for a double Q, which she flashed, and then she died anyway because she overstayed when I still had W up. Because I didn't, in that fight, I didn't use W at all, so... Regardless, I end up shoving this out. I know Nocturne is around mid lane, and I know it's not going to take him all the time. Like, I'll have W up before he gets there, so... Shove this. A little bit faster, please. There we go. There we go. And it's pushed. And now I'm considering going for Wraiths, but they're down, so I'm just recalling instead. And I don't really have to walk all that way down to recall, but might as well be safe. I can unfortunately not buy anything, because I had 850-ish gold. So I instead pick up 2 longswords, because no matter whatever you're building on ZED at this point, you can build, you're never going to be like, ah, damn, I bought a longsword. Pretty much every item you build on ZED has one component that is a longsword. Pretty much every single item you build on him. I'm trying to figure out one single item that doesn't have a longsword. Every item has a longsword. This is some horrible farming, and you can really look at my face cam. Every time you see me miss minions, and I see her going topside now, every time you see me miss minions, my face cam is just, well, it reflects exactly how I feel. I've been seeing a lot of Aatroxes lately, and here I see that, yeah, he wins. I don't even have to look at the end. I've been seeing a lot of Aatroxes lately, and if you want to pick up a secret OP, I think Aatrox is really good right now. You should really consider picking it up. I'm, like, the last 5 Aatroxes I've seen have been doing really well. So, since she's dead, shove, 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 like you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. And yeah, that's not really a free turret specifically, but since I'm just auto-attacking, you might as well look around the bot lane and top lane and see what's going on. And yeah. Not much happening. Shoving again, because I know she's on her way back to lane. There she is. She walked around the shadow properly, and we should probably go for a dive, or just straight up a kill, or a roam, because as you see, the bot lane is walking forward a little bit too far forward. They're just past the the middle of the lane. So, and Vayne does a really good job of baiting this. I jump over the ward or the trap he has, and this is just ridiculous. I actually ended up not auto-attacking him. I wanted to place a shadow next to him so I could E it, and I did, and he survived with 1 HP. I was so unlucky. And also, since he stood next to the turret, I unfortunately clicked the turret instead. It sucked, but it happens. And this Aatrox, as I said, he is just going crazy. The entire game, like at 3-1-1 is not completely overfed, but since I have 90 CS at 11 minutes, it's fine. I'm in a very strong position. I'm not overfed, but I'm in a very strong position, so I shouldn't push my luck though. Take a free dragon, and then I guess I'll just go back to mid lane, I assume. And shove it out one more time, 45 seconds for ultimate, and this time when I go back, I'll actually have my Yomus, so it'll be very good. What I should be doing here is walking further forward, either shove it or work for further forward to zone her out. I have a very defensive playstyle when I play most of the time, depending on how fatty I am. Going in there would have done nothing because I don't have ultimate, and there's no point to fight someone who can just jump away immediately, so. Back and forth again, and she dodges it very well. We are doubling her CS right now, and 10 seconds for ultimate. When we have it up, we can insta-kill her, so waiting for that. And she's walked out of position, so she's dead. Or is she? Okay, yeah. I got so pissed off, but they pick it up, so. This game has been, that is 2 of the first unlucky situations in this game. She played it well, and I played it well, but in the end, like 6 HP was, yeah. I guess I should have ignited, but we still ended up getting it. And I was not going to let Vayne take any of my CS there. Mine. My CS are mine, and your CS are also, your CS is our CS. My CS or mine CS. Okay. We're picking up, this is the I want to carry build. You have Yomus, Dirk, and 2 longswords. You have no defensive stats at all. You don't have a Maw, you don't have Black Cleaver. You're going hardcore for the 30 flat armor penetration, as much 80 as possible. And the damage right now is insane. Even versus targets with Seekers is really, really strong. She has Seekers and Boots. And since she has upgraded boots and we don't, there's really no point to chase. I'd rather roam bot lane at this point, so try to help them out a little bit. We know Nocturne is around bot lane, so they really shouldn't fight because he can just ulti in. Katarina is, of course, not that interesting at this point, so she just stays in mid. She can't really contribute much. Pick up a pink ward. And they are going in. I thought they was going to go in a mid, but they were going in there. And here, he, of course, very skillfully survives with one HP. One. Did you 1 HP? And I get really pissed off, or really salty rather. And of course, he tells me to shut the fuck up because he planned it. The 1 HP, by the way, when he knew Zed was in the brush. God, I'm so unlucky, dude. Crip has nothing on me, man. I've tried to pick up Nocturne here, but I walked the wrong way. I really did this incorrectly. I really should have walked upwards first. This was just wrong. I thought I could catch him there, but I should have cut him off instead on the other way around. He was just way too fast. Or was he? Yeah, he was. Because I messed up. Or was he? Dum, dum, dum. And then double kill. Because CC. But I also had the shadow jump out if there was any risk, so... This must be so interesting to watch. I'm sorry. My commentary, I promise my commentary is... It declines as time goes on. It becomes more chicken shit. Is that the word I'm looking for? Probably is. As opposed to when I start out, I tried to make it as educational as possible and then just kind of, you know... Yeah. It's a 1-8-1 Catarina, and yeah. I think they're kind of... The game is kind of... Yeah, it's still ranked, so, you know, anything can happen. And I end up going for as many longswords as possible and going straight into Black Cleaver because I realized that I will not need a Maw because they don't have enough magic damage to scare me unless it goes to late game or mid game, like a late mid game. Then I'll pick up a Maw and we'll get really strong. So here, I'm not gonna... I may have been somewhat salty. Somewhat. So I wanted to go for the kill on that guy. But I got his heal, so it's all good. We end up picking up Alistar and Nocturne. And Vayne is a little bit perturbed that I didn't help her. And botline is, of course, a little bit salty as well. So... shove this, and then I think I just go hunting me some Djinns very soon. There he is, and I have ultimate up, and there's really no one else to help him. So I wait for my energy before I go in, and then I think I just straight up dive, and, well, I'm just too fed to do anything, to be stopped here. Yep. Not much else to say. I was so close to typing something there. Took all my mental capacity not to type anything there. I am not a good person. I guess I didn't say anything, so... Oh, the salt was just flowing through me that day. I did end up doing quite well that stream, but then again, it's unranked to master, so I should be... If I'm not doing well, something is wrong. Well, I mean, if I am doing well on my master tier account, I guess something is wrong as well. End up going a little bit back and forth here. We have Aatrox here, so there's really nothing to be afraid of. I think I just pick up blue for free. I'm a little bit afraid of it getting smited. So I want to save my energy and all. Actually might be taken by Aatrox here. No, he doesn't take it. And here I overstay a little bit, but honestly with W flash Yoma's up, it's fine. And here he overcommits really hard. He spell shields correctly. There was really the only thing he should spell shield was that. That's a lot of damage. Don't have ultimate up yet though, and I don't want to get knockbacks, knock-up, snared by Jhin Alistar combo, and also Katarina's around there, so really no point when I have like 3k gold in the bank to keep fighting. But I am really hungry for this kill. It really, even though I really should be recalling here, I really want to get the kill. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Alistar to waste his abilities on anything. Even if it's me, I just wanted to waste his abilities so that I'm not getting dove under turret. That's me pinging a Vayne because I thought she was Nocturne. They kind of look the same. And that could be a kill, but again, I don't want to get stuck under turret with Alistar and Jhin. And of course, I could just W and R and WR flash to get out of his range and just kill him instantly or let him die by deathmark. But then again, I don't really want to waste flash either. So, and here's Echo, and Echo is pretty crazy right now. You know, he's building full tank, so gotta be careful. Of course, there was no risk because I was doing all too well. Here, I really thought he wanted to fight, so I set up a good fight because I'm kind of low. But I think he just ends up retreating fairly immediately. Yeah, I set up a fight here. And I also ignite just to play around his ultimate healing, which got lower, obviously, but didn't end up being all that strong, unfortunately. We're at 3.5k, so we are pretty much destroying the game at this point. With 10-1-2, it's really not much commentary to say. The interesting part about this game, and most games, is not the late game aspect of it. Usually it's just the part where you utilize your advantage, the things that gives you benefit in early game to really get to that point where you can stumble. So what you do with that, of course, is relevant as well, but yeah. So here I end up considering what I should take, but I don't really get to buy anything because they just end up surrendering. So that was 10-1-2 versus Katarina mid. We did some good roaming, and above all, some really good utilization of Zed's early game strength. So I think that showcased clearly how much melee presence Zed has, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys next time. I might miss one day. I hope I don't, but there's some things coming up. I really hope this episode comes out today as I'm recording it, but rendering takes a hell of a lot of time. I'll see you guys next time anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.